What's going on, YouTube? You're back with Shades. We're continuing our Let's Play of Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. Last time we left off, we realized that Joshua and Estelle's father, Cassius, was on a airship that had disappeared, and now we are in the aftermath of the knowledge. The Wheel of Fortune card, again. Something really is going on. I just can't see what it is. Where's Estelle? She said to go on ahead and eat without her. She didn't seem to have an appetite. I see. She took things a lot better than I thought she would. It's not surprising she doesn't want to come out of her room, seeing as how close she is with her father. I agree. So what do you think of all this, Shara? It's an accident. Is it an accident or incident? To be honest, I couldn't say either way. Your dad is a top-class bracer. When it comes to crisis management, he's the best there is. Whichever it is, if your father happens to be there, it'll be resolved. But the fact is, an airliner, along with your father, has gone missing. In other words, what you're trying to say is, things that shouldn't have happened, right? Don't lose heart at me now. You need to be a stout wall of support and bear Estelle up. I'll get to work tomorrow and see what I can find out. Man, it sure smells good down here. I can't stand it any longer. What? Estelle, are you okay? I'm so hungry that I thought I was gonna pass out. Oh, this looks so good. I can't believe they need a loading screen just to put people in chairs. Bon appetit. Aren't you two having any? This is great. The basil flavor really comes out when you roast it. You sure know how to cook, Joshua? Well, thanks. Come on, Shara, don't just sit there, too. Don't you want to drink some of my dad's brandy from his secret stash? I'm pretty sure there's a bottle of Stain Rose about 20 years old in there. Did you say Stain Rose? And 20 years old, too? Shara, what do you think you're doing? Sorry, Estelle. I'm gonna have to pass this time. By the way, what were you doing up in your room? You didn't come down to even after Joshua called you for supper. Huh? Oh, right. I was just looking for some extra underwear. I was having a bit of trouble finding one of my favorites because it was stuffed in the back of one of the drawers. Underwear? Oh, instead of gear for traveling. I mean, who knows how long we'll be gone. And so I figure as long as we're prepared, we'll have nothing to worry about. So what you're saying is, you intend to head to Bose to find your father? Well, duh, that's a no-brainer. And while I can't imagine anything bad happened to him despite his horrible luck, waiting around just doesn't suit me, so I'm just gonna go check things out for myself. You really are something else. Whether your positive attitude or thick skin, I can't say, but... What? You're so rude, Joshua. But you're coming along too, right? Of course. However, it looks like all airliner flights have been cancelled until the Army finishes their search. It seems like the only way to Bose is on foot. Walk to Bose, huh? I wonder how long that's gonna take. For a bracer on foot, if they hurry, they can make it in about half a day. But if that's the route you're taking, that makes things easy. I think I'll tag along as well. Really? You'll come with us? But aren't you busy with a bunch of other jobs? Hey, I trained under your father, right? Did you honestly think I'd sit here when something could have happened to the person I owe so much to? I'm gonna talk to Ina and have her pass my jobs at the guild to another member. Shara. We really appreciate this, Shara. You really shouldn't be thanking me. I can't leave a job as big as this up to a bunch of newbies. I hate to say it, but you're probably right. Oh well, since Shara's along for the ride now, I do feel a bit more confident. We appreciate you coming with us. Myself as well. Anyway, let's make sure to drop by the guild tomorrow morning before we leave. I'll need to explain the situation to Ina. The Disappearance of the Lint, Chapter 1. Yeah, that first hour of gameplay was just prologue. Love these games. Love them a lot. I understand the situation now. To be frank though, with Sherazade taking off after Cassius, I'm gonna be really short-handed. But since this involves him directly, please don't worry about anything. I really appreciate this, Ina. Make good use of Ridge while we're gone. He should be able to deal with at least 3 times his normal workload. Don't you think that's a bit harsh? Don't worry, if things get too hectic, I'll go ask help from the Grand Cell branch. By the way, Sherazade, can I get a minute? I'd like to talk to you about the job you were going to do. Sure, no problem. Estelle, Joshua, could I have you two wait upstairs? I'll be done in a minute. Understood. Shara? If we're going to be waiting, would you mind if we did it out in front of the clock tower? I'd like to say hi to someone. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, well let's meet up in front of the clock tower. As soon as I'm done here, I'll head over there myself. Got it. Come on, Joshua. Sure. Septine Calendar, 1075, erected in partnership with the liberal royal family, Septine Church, in Roulette City. Septine Calendar, 1998-1192, destroyed during the 100 Years Days War when Roulette was bombarded by the Arabonian Imperial Army. 1197, rebuilt with the cooperation of the citizens of Roulette. Every time I see this clock tower, I always think they sure did a superb job restoring it after the war. You can sure feel the spirit of Roulette's people from this. Estelle. Joshua? What do you think about going up with me and waiting until Shara shows up? You mean the clock tower? Sure, I don't mind. Okay, come on. The morning air is just so refreshing. Hey look, Joshua, we can see the house from here. You're right, I can see the roof. What do you want to tell me what's going on since you've avoided coming up here? I was under the impression that you didn't like this place. I like this place, but I just can't come up here casually. Because this is the place where my mom died. What? Is it a flashback? 10 years ago during the war, when the Imperial Army surrounded Roulette and they bombarded the symbol of the city, the clock tower, to try and get the citizens to surrender. Just at the time, Dad was fighting in the Royal Army. I wanted to see who he was fighting against, so I climbed up the tower. When the bombardment started, I couldn't get away. When I came to, I hardly had a scratch on me. My mother had saved me. I was wrapped tightly in her arms, shielded from the rubble. As I cried, she sang my favorite lullaby. But when they finally dug us free, after the war ended and this place had been rebuilt, I avoided coming here for the most part. It's not because I have painful memories of this place, though. It's just when I come here, part of me wants to so much draw on her strength. Plus, I felt that I can't be strong like her if I'm always trying to rely on her. Estelle. But today's okay, right? Relying on her just this once? Asking her to bring Dad home safely? Asking her to protect him? Of course it is. And don't worry, Dad's safe for sure. Your mother's protecting him, so there's no doubt in my mind that he's safe. And if he happens to be in a bit of trouble, then you can come to his rescue. Just like your mother did for you, so you can do the same for your dad. And don't forget, I'm here to help you too. Joshua. I know I can't completely understand everything you've been through, but I can stay here by your side as I am now. If you need a shoulder to cry on, you always got mine. So. Huh? Joshua, you're trying too hard. You shouldn't say things like that so lightly. What do you mean? If it were any other girl, I would have totally misinterpreted your intentions right now. You're seriously the type who's going to have problems with romantic relationships in the future. Sure. Okay. Just wait till the end of this game. I'm already starting to get worried. Well, excuse me for trying to be nice. Why did you be like that when someone is genuinely worried about you? Thanks for cheering me up, Joshua. I feel a lot better now. I guess as long as I get some kind of thanks, it's worth it looking like a complete fool. But you're unbelievable. Don't be so mad. I'm really thankful, believe it or not. So how about we get down from here, huh? I'm sure Shara's waiting for us. You're probably right. Mom, I finally realized why I wanted to become a bracer, and so I could become strong and protect others, just like you. So please watch and see. I won't fail to bring Dad home safe again. Aw, the two of you had such a cute scene going on up there. Why, my cheeks even feel hot just thinking about it. What's that supposed to mean? I always love that, where it's like, it's just so clear that the game ships them together, and it's obvious that it's gonna happen. To some degree. But, like, everyone, it's so heavy-handed. Can it not be heavy-handed? You were spying on us? Give me some credit, will ya? Just happy to see you when I looked up to check the time. I'm sure I wish I had an orbital camera to get a shot of that view. Come on. What are you trying to say, Shara? It's called family bonding, plain and simple. It's kind of like your habit of hugging everyone after your third bottle of wine. Let's not get into that. What's the sigh? You really don't know how to take a joke, do you? Well, whatever. Did you say hi to Lena while you were up there? Yeah. I even asked for her to watch over Dad. I see. Then it looks like you're all set. You know, Lena's protection is equal to that of the goddess herself. Your dad's safety is pretty much guaranteed. I think you may be giving her a little too much credit. Now that you mention it, you met Estelle's mother before, right, Shara? Yeah, when I was a child. I was still in a troupe at the time. A troupe? Yeah, a troupe at a traveling circus. Shara was a dancer. Although it was a long time ago when we first met, she came to Grolette with the circus. 12 years ago to be exact. I was 11 and Estelle was 4. 7 years older, wow. And we're currently, what, 16? She's like 25. Not too bad. And because of that chance encounter, when I became a bracer, I trained under your father. I didn't know that. Maybe I'll tell you about it sometime when I get the chance. I'm about ready to head out for Bose. With airliner flights canceled, we'll just have to make our way to Bose the old-fashioned way, by foot. We're also to make our way to the Verte Bridge checkpoint, which sits on the border of Bose region. The Verte Bridge is located at the west end of the Milchmain Road. Looks like we're all set, so let's go. Anyway, now I get to do things that I wanted to do earlier. I had to turn in some quests. I have to turn that one in. Letter carrier. Oh, that's easy. So let's report this. We report that and go to the church and turn in this bear claw. I think, right? Yeah, blah 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 blah. Now we completed that quest. They're not really important, so that's why I'm skipping through them. And now I get to report it. Not a lot of money, but it's an amount of money that's useful. Okay, let's see if I can buy new gear. Probably not, but it doesn't hurt. Nope, nothing. I should buy some other stuff too while I'm here. Because gear's expensive. And while EP is needed, well, where are we going? Letter carrier. Missing airliner. Verte Bridge on the Milchmain Road. Alright then, I'm just gonna meet you guys when we get to the checkpoint, because it doesn't take, it's just a couple of scenes before we get there. And I've already done all the side quests in this area anyway, so. And here we are, the checkpoint. Hello there, are you headed for Bose? We are, but how did you know we weren't just visiting again? Well, a number of people like yourselves have been passing through lately. Exponentially more than usual. Is that because the flights have been suspended in the airspace over Bose? That's exactly what's happened. You wouldn't believe how busy this place is because of it. Well, that's the one responsible for restricting air flights, the Royal Army. So you're really not in a position to complain. Yeah, I guess you're right about that. Another thing, traffic for this checkpoint is also being regulated. If you want to go through here, you have to get a pass from the sergeant next door. Okay. Well, if it isn't Estelle, then Joshua too. Hello, Sergeant Ashton. And this is Sherazade, if I remember correctly. Good afternoon, Sergeant. I'd like to cross over into the Bose region, so we're wondering about getting a pass. Let me guess, this has something to do with the Lin, doesn't it? Yeah. Estelle explains that Cassius was aboard the missing airliner. Heaven forbid, Cassius was aboard? This is major. I'll issue you a pass right away. Receive gate pass. Thank you, Sergeant Ashton. But is this alright if you issue us a pass just like that? What are you talking about? I know you kids by face. As a member of the Royal Army, I should do my best to cooperate with the Bracer Guild. Oh, but one other thing. Huh? Be careful if you have any errands at the Hakan Gate north of here. You might want to hide your identities as bracers there. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I can't say any more about the matter. But if you do intend to investigate the incident, please do so with discretion. I pray to Idios for Cassius' safe return. There's a guy up there who hates bracers for whatever reason. Alright, we got one. Handed over gate pass. Well, that was quick. Okay then, how about I open the gate for you? Yay, open the gate. God dang it. Allentown. Alright, you're clear to go on through. Once you cross over, you won't be able to come back unless you get a pass from the other side. Please be aware of that before you cross. Got it. We're not coming back for a while anyway. So anyway, let's get to it, shall we? And we're on the East Bose Highway now, so now we just gotta get to the city of Bose and then do what we gotta do. Hopefully I don't run into any monsters on the way there. Not that I really... Ooh, wait. North Neville Valley. Now that we know where we need to go. And hello.
U.S. Renewable Energy Program. The U.S. Renewable Energy Program will stop the 14% rate increase. City bill coming.
I hate when the engineering machine gets turned on like that. And now we just gotta get to where Bose is. It's honestly not that far. What's that headed this way? Well, if it isn't Sherazade, how have you been? Fine, I haven't seen you in a while either. What are you up to? As you can see, I'm doing an escort job. I'm sure that you've heard about all the airliners being grounded after the Lind incident, right? Because of that, we have to move all this cargo to the Royal City by ground transport. Ah, I see. Well, your efforts are appreciated. So how about yourself? What are you two doing with these youngsters? Don't tell me you're looking into the incident. That was the plan. Why? Do you know something we should be aware of? Well... I think it would be best if you spoke with Lundgren about it at the Bose branch. Anyway, I've got to get going. Catch you later. That was Grant. Sergeant Ashton, and now him. Everyone just keeps hinting at something, but no one will just come out and say it. I wonder what's up. Well, there must be a good reason for it, and we'll probably find our answers at the Bose branch. Agreed. If we do as he suggests and ask Lundgren about it, we may just get a clue as to what's going on. Anyway, let's get moving. Okay, let's keep going. Please don't run into any more monsters on the way there. I'll grind and do side quests off screen. Oh god, I forgot how far Bose is from here. The con gate's this way, and Bose is over here. And there's the entrance. Welcome to Bose, the North Block. I think it's a merchant center. We finally made it here. This is the commercial city of Bose, which sits at the heart of the Bose region. Wow, this definitely looks like a city. Of the 5 major cities in Liberal, this one comes next after the Royal City. Compared to Rolent, the buildings are all made of stone and seem a lot bigger. Does anyone have any idea what that huge building is over there? That's the Bose Market. It's an indoor marketplace made up of various shops. Food, clothing, sundry goods, furniture, books, and so on. You can pretty much buy everything here with the exception of weapons and ornaments. It's not surprising they call this a place a commercial city. Man, I really wish this trip could have been for shopping. Maybe some other time. Let's first stop by the guild and find out what's going on regarding the incident. Oh, well, right. If you're curious, the Bracer Guild is just right over there. Yes, it is. Hang on, I need to deliver something to the church. Fuck. I should have went to the chapel first. Whoops. Oh well. It's not like side quests are necessary. I mean, getting gear is necessary. This is the bar. Where's the weapons place? I know they have one. In the south? Yep, there it is. Horrible Factory. Stein Arms and Guards. Let's just buy stuff here first. Now that I'm empty of cash, let's go back to the guild, shall we? The guild's right over here. Oh, Sherazade, you arrived a lot sooner than expected. I appreciate you coming all the way from Lent. It's been a while, hasn't it, Lundgren? Did someone tell you that we were coming ahead of time? Yes, I received a call from Ina not long ago. That means these two kids with you are Cassius's children. Yes, that's right. It's nice to meet you, sir. I'm Estelle Bright. And I'm Joshua Bright. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Lundgren. I oversee the Bose branch. Your father and I go way back. Please just call me Lundgren. Sure, we'll do that. That said, could you give us a quick update on the missing airliner incident? Yes, about that. The Royal Army is still continuing its search. However, with the Army's current restriction on information, no public updates of the situation have been made. And not only has the general public been kept in the dark, but the Guild hasn't heard a word either. Really? Why not? Aren't the Army and Guild supposed to be cooperating together? Well, that's the way it is on the surface anyway. But in actuality, there's a lot of opposition between both parties on a number of aspects. So pretty much what you're saying is that a bunch of jurisdictional disputes is right? I hate to admit it, but that's the situation. In addition, General Morgan has gotten involved. Did you just say General Morgan? Great, now it looks like things are going to be a pain. General Morgan? Who's that? He's famous for repelling the Imperial Army's invasion 10 years ago. You should have read about him in the history books. Huh, amazingly enough, I don't recall the name. So what's the big deal with this famous guy anyway? From what I heard, he's not the biggest fan of the Bracer Guild. Hates Bracers, in fact. It seems as though he's even made it a point to routinely assert that there is no need for a Bracer Guild. Sounds like a real whack job to me. So what you're saying is that we're not getting information because of this general? That's not really important at the moment. What really matters is that the Bracers are being prohibited from entering the regions they are investigating, and because of that, it's causing conflicts with our other work. But we came all the way here from Rolent. If that's the way it's going to be, then it's time to duel it out with the general to decide who gets to investigate the incident. You're talking a little crazy, like a crazy person, Estelle. Keep her cool, Bracer. There are other ways, such as the request we just received from the mayor concerning the incident. She has asked that we conduct an investigation from the guild side, separate from the army. Well, that's encouraging news. If it's an official request from the mayor, it'll be a great pretext for us to conduct our own investigation. I see. Well, isn't this perfect timing? Lundgren will accept the mayor's request. That sounds fine by me. Before you go, you two are junior bracers, right? Yeah, why? Junior bracers, so to speak, are members in training registered at various branches. In short, the performance is monitored by the branch where they're currently registered. And right now for you two, that will be Rolent. So what you're saying is that we have to change our registration if we want to accept jobs here, right? You got it. Here, all you need to do is sign on these forms to transfer your registration. Sure. Our names go here, and they filled out the registration forms. Alright, looks like everything is in order. Junior Bracers, Estelle, and Joshua. As of this day at 15:20, your registration at the Bose branch has been approved. That means that you are now members of the Bose branch. So you know, once you become a senior bracer, you can do a job without being registered to a particular branch. On the flip side, your duties and responsibilities increase as well. Understood. So pretty much we're still newbies. Well, it looks like now I'll be able to entrust you with the mayor's request. The mayor's residence is near the west gate. You should go talk to her directly. We'll do that. Understood. Can you take on jobs here? Yes, I can. I'll do those off-screen. This is north, and the west gate is over here. But this is the mayor's residence. Wow, now isn't this a gorgeous place? Check out the crazy expensive looking chandelier. Calm down, Estelle. It looks like this is the mayor's place, alright. And we just wonder if she's home. Oh, do we have visitors? Welcome to the Bose mayor's residence. May I ask who you are, please? We're with the Bracer Guild. The mayor made a request to the guild and we've come here to inquire about the details. Well, I have heard from the mayor that we would be expecting you. However, I'm sorry to inform you the mayor is currently out at the moment. She's gone to worship at the chapel. When do you expect her back, sir? Well, let me see. Actually, I would imagine she'll be making a return any moment now. Well, we're kinda in a hurry to meet her. Do you think you'll be alright to call on her at the chapel? Well, I don't wish to inconvenience you. Don't worry, it'd probably save us both some trouble. But if you don't mind me asking, what does the mayor look like? Like a typical wealthy person? Big hat with feathers in it? Dripping gemstones from every pore? Feathers? Gemstones from every... what? How colorful, but quite off the mark, I assure you. How to describe her? She should say when it looks splendid, or should I say beautifully mature? If we could just find the right man, then I could retire in peace. Huh? Oh, never mind, I was just thinking out loud. Oh yes, this may help. The mayor has a maid accompanying her. That might be the easiest way to find her. The mayor is being accompanied by a maid, huh? That sounds easy enough to find in a crowd of people. Let's hurry and head over to the chapel. I love fetch quests. I'm a little over time, but that's fine. There's a lot of editing to do anyway. To the chapel. Oh, there you are. You're the maid we've been looking for. And you are? Estelle, that wasn't very polite. My apologies, we're with the Bracer Guild. We're looking for the mayor so we can confirm the details of a job she requested. Oh, I see. Please let me introduce myself. I'm her maid, Leela. I see the mayor's daily needs. She's being served hand and foot, huh? The worlds we live in are really different. So where's the mayor, if I don't mind me asking? Didn't she come here to pray? She's playing hooky from her religious duties. Huh? I'm sure she's probably in the middle of inspecting the situation in the market. She took off after telling me to pray for her, too. I don't know how I should say this, but the mayor seems like she has quite a unique personality. Well, she sound interesting. Even if she weren't the mayor, I'd be kind of intrigued. There is no doubt she's a capable person, although she does have a bit of an unrestrained aspect to her at times. Anyway, I'm on my way to meet her right now. I don't mind to sound impolite, but would you mind waiting at her residence? I'll let her know you're there. I don't know how to feel about going back there empty-handed. Would it be alright if we came along with you instead? Come with me to meet the mayor? Well, I guess it's okay. Let's make our way over to the Bose market then. Yes, conglomerate into one being. The market's literally right here. And here we are. Wow, this place is really huge. I wonder where the mayor is. Well, she does stand out in a crowd, so I'm sure you'll find her right away. Oh, just as I thought. The two of you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. Trying to force up the price of food at a time like this, buying it all up. You're not fit for to be merchants in Bose. But ma'am, we're just thinking about how to increase sales for the Bose market in general. I don't want to hear about I don't want to hear any more from you. If it were other products, it would be a different story, but making undue profits and necessities will lead to negative publicity of the market. Return these goods to their original prices at once. Alright. We'll do as you say. Now, don't doubt your passion for the Bose market, but I want you to understand this. Commerce, when you get right down to it, is an established relationship of trust between people. And believe me, if you do business with that in mind, you can become wonderful merchants in Bose. Yes, ma'am. We'll do our best. Whew. Madam. Leela, so you came, huh? I'm sorry to see that side of me. Actually, you did a wonderful job, as always. But never mind that. These people are here to see you. Please come back home immediately. Oh, that emblem is... Could you be the bracers I requested? Yep, that's us, but... So does this mean that you're... Forgive me for not introducing myself. My name is Maybell. I'm the owner of this market and the mayor of the Bose region. This restaurant looks super expensive. Are you really gonna have a meeting here? I often use this place for business meetings. The food is quite good too. I'll tell you what though, I heard that the mayor of Bose was a woman. But I never imagined that you would be this young. Based on your looks alone, I'd say you're only 4 or 5 years older than me. Actually, I still feel like I'm nothing more than an unworthy successor to my father. My late father was the previous mayor. All I did was inherit the rights to the Bose market and the political foundation which he set up. That's a rather unvarnished self-evaluation if I ever heard one. After all, I'm just the daughter of a businessman, so there's no sense in getting high-hat about that. But anyway, would it be alright to go over the details of my request with you again? Sure, that'd be fine. Well, what I would like to ask you to do is investigate the disappearance of the missing airship and bring closure to the incident. I'm of the opinion that braces would bring about much more desirable results concerning this incident than the army is currently producing. The reason being we're fighting a war. We're not fighting a war, we're trying to find answers and solve a mystery. Well, I, for one, would be honored, but don't you think that you're overrating us a bit? Just call it a businesswoman's prerogative. The fact of the matter is, an influential businessman was aboard the airliner that disappeared. In addition, if the Royal Army continues to keep Bose airspace as a no-fly zone, business is going to suffer. just when business has been booming prior to the Queen's birthday celebration. I see, so this is an economic appeal, right? Yes, and it's something to which I can't trust to be left alone to the army. So what do you think? Will you accept my request for your help in the matter? Well, we have our own reasons for wanting to investigate the incident, and we'd like to accept the job, but the army has actively been trying to exclude Braces from anything having to do with the incident. So, I don't suppose you could pull the mayor card for us, could you? Maybe show the army who's running the show? Excluding Braces, huh? This must have something to do with General Morgan, then. The man had disliked Braces from the beginning. So, do you know who the general is, Mayor Maybell? He was a friend of my late father's. Tentatively speaking, we have a passing acquaintance with one another. So I may just be able to do something for you. Meaning? Leela? Yes, madam. Leela produced a sheet of paper and a pen from her pocket, handing them to Mayor Maybell. I guess this should be sufficient. Here, please take this with you. Received Mayor Maybell's letter. What's this letter for? It's a letter of request to General Morgan. It is to inform him of my request for information about the incident as the official responsible for the region. I think this should be enough to get some information out of the army. I see. But I wonder if that Bracer-hating general will even meet with us at all. I think it would be a pretty safe bet as long as you hide your identities. You'd probably be best served by saying that you are messengers for the mayor. I don't know if I like the sound of that. It feels like we're lying or something. It's not lying. We just not be telling him everything. Since this is a time-sensitive situation, I think we should be practical about it. I guess you're right, Joshua. By the way, where do we need to go to meet General Morgan? There's a fort called the Khan Gate on the international border of the north of Bose. You should be able to find the general there. Alright, everyone, I'm counting on you. Just leave everything to us. If we find anything out, we'll come and let you know. I'll be looking forward to some good news. Goodbye and have a wonderful day. Goodbye. Alright, let's get going, shall we? The Hakan Gate is at the end of the Eisen Road to the north of the East Bose Highway. In short, we need to head out the East Gate and turn north thereafter, right? Alrighty then, Hakan Gate, here we come. And that is where I'm going to end the part, because literally, right about here is where I start off my next part. A little warning though, the next part I will be uploading of this has no game audio. I had forgotten to turn on that on when I was using OBS to record. That's my fault, so it'll just be my voice. I thought about adding extra music, but I thought against it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos from me or from this series, hit the subscribe button. And if you're not exiting the Shadyverse, my name is Shades, and I hope you've enjoyed your day in the Shades. See you guys next time. Bye.